Hey folks, Twisha Christian here. Today, I want to talk about Shiba Inu and a little bit about the prophecies, go over the prophetic chart, and then I also want to talk a little bit about the Shiba Inu limit orders, as well as the BTC buy limit orders. First, folks, I'm not a financial advisor. I am just bringing and sharing information and giving you my thoughts and my opinion on that information, right? And if you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description, and also in the About section of YouTube, the Patreon, the PayPal, and so on. All right, now, the first thing that I want to bring up is I've been discussing over the last few videos. And one of the things that I'm expecting here pretty soon, as we head into the third week of February, and looking at Prophet Robin's dreams, looking at Dr. Mary Conwell, and everybody else together. And I'm expecting another major market dip, not just in the stock market, but also the cryptocurrency market. So I am expecting the cryptocurrency markets to curtail again, as we've been discussing. So right now, I'm not buying any stocks, and I'm not buying any crypto until I see this major dip happen. Now, one of the things is I share a lot of this information. There's different people who have different plans, and I have my plan. So you got to keep in mind of what your plan is, and that also determines on how much cryptocurrency that you have. The only cryptocurrency right now, because you just got in, might be just Shiba Inu. So I thought at first that I was going to hold back 50% of all my crypto holdings, just take the other 50% and just use that to trade and sell all of it off before crypto winter. But one of the things that I was thinking as I look at some of these pricing points and what we're experiencing and what we're getting ready to experience, I'm thinking that I might just sell off 90% of my crypto holdings altogether, and then maybe only hold 10% back. As I look and I'm thinking about the prophetic and I look at the dreams and visions, there's going to be plenty of opportunities during crypto winter to buy a lot of these cryptocurrencies really cheap. Now, it's one of the reasons why you have to keep some crypto on the exchange, is to be able to reset yourself up before we sell off during crypto winter. All right, so we have different pricing points that we've heard prophetically before crypto winter. That's Dogecoin at 90 cents. We have Bitcoin at 111,000, ETN at $1.50, and XRP between $12 and $13. Right, so some people are just buying and holding all the way through to these pricing points, right? Some people aren't trying to take advantage of the ups and downs, and that's fine. So there are different people doing different plans. So if you're holding your Shiba to $1, you're holding your Doge to 90 cents, you're holding Bitcoin till 109,000 or so, you're holding XRP until $12 or so, and then after that, you'll be able to set yourself back up with all your buy limit orders for all the cryptocurrencies that you want. Right, you'll have more than enough. So, because one of the things is that some cryptocurrencies, when this crash happens, some cryptos are going to bounce. We've heard that buy limit orders for XRP between 19 and 35 cents. Right, we've heard Dogecoin at 4 cents or lower, ETN at 4 zeros and 5. We've also have different ones for XLM at 0.003. So these are all different pricing points that we'll be able to go back in and purchase all of these cryptocurrencies back, right? You'll put in your buy limit orders. And the reason why we do that, because we know in the very beginning of this that people aren't going to be able to log in and people aren't going to be able to access their account because everybody is at the same time, because Bitcoin is crashing. So after all of that happens, we're going to try to catch these cryptocurrencies really low before the bounce. So say, for instance, you put in your XLM buy order for 0.003, and you say, by the time that you have sold off mostly everything before crypto winter, you'll be able to put $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 worth at 0.003. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say. There's two runs. So when we look at Shiba Inu, or even Dogecoin, or at any other crypto, all these coins are going to be less than $1, right? Some are going to be even cheaper than a penny, right? So we have to go back through this whole entire process of going from the bottom and hitting $1 again, right? So we're waiting for like Shiba Inu to reach $1, right? We're waiting for Dogecoin to hit 90 cents. We're waiting for XRP to hit $12. But during the crash and after we've repositioned ourselves, right, we're going to be waiting again for all these cryptocurrencies to start climbing the ladder. So sometimes that's why if you see people who are having dreams and visions of 10 cents in one month and 10 cents in another month, they're probably seeing the first run before crypto winter, and then they're seeing 10 cents in the second run after crypto winter. I want to try and make that clear. I've been discussing Maria Conwell and a few others as far as things are going to be starting in February. We have the Prophetic dealing with Robin, and he's talking about these trucking strikes. And with these trucking strikes, it's going to cause the stock market and the cryptocurrency markets to crash. So I'm expecting another major dip, right? And one of the things that when Dr. Maria Conwell was talking about the two tsunamis or two waves coming in, what usually happens before they come crashing in, right? Usually the water that's on the beach draws back into the ocean. So I think that we're going to have, since we're seeing basically the same thing dealing with what the other prophets are talking about, and things are lining up. All right, so my plan, what's on my mind right now is that I'm thinking of just selling 90% of all my cryptocurrency before crypto winter starts. So if I start to see Bitcoin and Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and XRP, they're all running up to these different pricing points, then I'm going to put myself in the position to say, okay, well, at this point, I'm selling this crypto and that crypto, and then I'm resetting myself back up with buy limit orders. If you just bought 10 million, say Shiba Inu, you can wait till it gets closer to $1 before you buy anything. If you just bought, $1,000 worth of Dogecoin, you can wait until that 90-cent mark. These are all different pricing points. This is not for everybody. If you are, for the very first time, getting involved in cryptocurrency, you're not really going to understand all of this very well. So it's very important that you guys take your time and think about what you're doing. Think about your plan. You can just wait till it reaches a certain point and then sell it off. It depends on your financial situation. If you only have 1 million Shiba Inu and you know these different pricing points, you can set half for $1 and set the other half for the other pricing points, right? Because you're going to be able to go back in and buy. You're going to have opportunity to do that. So I keep updating the Shiba Inu chart, and I might try to do this in a different format, so it might be a little bit easier for people to understand. But I guess this is the way that I understand it, so I put it out there and just my thoughts and all this. So, and this is why I say when you're putting together your sell limit orders, right? We have these beginning prices. You see where the price is now, 4 zeros and a 3. We have all these different pricing points, right? So depending on how much you have, you can play with. You should be able to take advantage of these things. Now, we have the major one where we saw it at 10 cents and then a big drop, then 20 cents, and I've often thought that, when is the first run going to go to? And I believe the first run, I'm leaning more towards $1 in the first run. I thought maybe before it was 10 cents. I'm thinking maybe more of it running up to $1 in its first run. But there's going to be ups and downs all the way there. So if you sell off at 3 cents and then it might drop back down to 1 cent, you can buy back in, right? Then it goes up to 4 cents and then you sell off at 4 cents and then it drops down to 0.33, right? And so on. And you can do that throughout the whole process. But if you're not experienced, then it's going to be a lot more difficult. And you're going to have to be watching your orders and sitting down at your computer or on the phone as this thing is going up and down. Because it could very well go up to 33 cents and then drop back down to 15 cents. So do you understand what I mean? So, but the most important thing for no matter what your plan is, we want to sell off at these major pricing points, like Shiba Inu, $1. And here there was another prophecy that somebody saw it at $1.27. Now, well, could that be in the first run or could it be in the second run? But I know it probably will go over $1. Plus, you guys have to understand that sometimes these exchanges aren't always exactly the same price. On some exchanges, you could actually see it go higher. So if all the exchanges could be showing $1.01, then there'd just be that one exchange that's showing it at $1.10. So looking at this, you have to figure out how much you have, how much you want to hold back, if you want to hold back any, what at different pricing points do you want to sell it off at. A lot of you don't have to worry about a lot of this, okay? If you're brand new, you're just going to buy and you're going to hold. And as you get more familiar with how you set things, when you get more familiar with the platforms, then you can start really getting into this. And I think the major one is going to be this big drop at 10 cents. Because as always, and this is just dealing with cryptocurrency and stocks, there are different pricing points where people like to sell off, a penny, 10 cents, 50 cents, $1. And these are all major pricing points that, people say, well, when it reaches this, I'm going to sell off, because that's what a lot of other people do. So which causes a drop. So that's why we might see that at 1 cent, and then we might see that again at 10 cents. If you look at the pricing history of some of these different cryptocurrencies that have marched their way up to a penny and marched their way up to $1 or more, you can see it's not just a straight shot. So looking at this for me, I'm going to be trying to trade out all these different points. Some of you might only trade at a few points. Some might do some at 5 cents and then 10 cents. So depending on what you're working with, if you're not working with that much, then you probably want to spread out your sell limit orders. All right, so I'm going to use Gate right now as the example just to set up some sell limit orders. I have some in already, but I'm just going to show you. Now on Gate, and every platform is different. Some platforms only have USD. You have regulations all over the world. So it might be a little bit different for different people depending on where you live in the world. So on Gate, you have USD and USDT. Now, one of the things about that is, okay, well, which one do I want to set up sell limit orders on? Right? So what you want to do is you want to go to like CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, and then you want to go to the market section, right? And then you can look to see here the different pairs and what markets they're on. And the main thing you want to look at is the volume. So I clicked on source, and it lines it up in a way that it shows the markets for each platform. So I'm on Gate right now. So on Gate, we have USDT and USD. The volume for USDT is way much more than it is on USD. So I'm going to set my sell limit orders for USDT. Like here on Phemex, they only have one. Gemini, they only have one, and that's USD. Crypto.com, you have USDT and USDC. But you know what? The trading volume is a lot higher on USDT. I mean, it's almost 21 million for USDT and only 1.5 million for USDC. Now you get the Coinbase and you look at the same thing. The volume, 128 million in the last 24 hours for USD. USDT is only 3 million. So you're going to set most of your sell limit orders on Coinbase under USD. So you can look at that for each of the different platforms. So I'm going to go with Shiba USDT. Right, so on here on Gate, you can see the price of where it's at now. So I want to set, now I have to look at to see where my limit orders are. So these are currently all my sell limit orders. I have some at 3 cents, 33 cents, this one $10, $3, 11 cents, 6 cents, $30, $7, $5, $1, 7 cents, 4 cents, 9 cents. All right, so I have some gaps that I need to fill. So looking at this chart, then I'm going to think about, okay, where do I really want to try to take advantage of these pricing points? Right now, I'm not too concerned about the very lower ones because I'm going to leave some free and available for those particular pricing points and trying to trade those on the up and down. So I'm more concerned about the higher, right? Because, I have here, these are prophetic pricing points 4, 5, 6. Well, is it going to go to 4 cents, then drop, then come back up to 5 cents and then drop? Or is it going to go through 4, 5, 6 and then come back down? It's going to depend on where you feel comfortable at, right? So I think that if there's going to be a big drop at 10 cents and then it's going to go back up to 20 cents, right? So that's going to be a pretty big pricing point for me. And it's going to have to go through all this here and the ups and downs before it starts reaching the 33 cents and the 50 cents and the 90 cents and the dollar. So here I just have 175,968 Shiba Inu left that's not in orders on this platform. Now keep in mind with some of these platforms, you have to put a zero first if you're doing anything under $1. So say out of what I have currently, I want to put some at 50 cents. Okay, so now I just placed an order for 50 cents. It's at one of the pricing points. So you can use this as a guide to kind of figure out what you really want to do and where you want to set them at. Because I get a lot of questions like, well, you know, should I set it from 1 cent all the way to 10 cents? You can do that, yes. But if you're only buying and holding, then you might want to put in a lot less sell limit orders. Right? Don't just put in at each of the pricing points, right? And then, you know, you just let it sell off and you're not buying back in. I wouldn't do that. You know, so you might want to take advantage of some of the pricing points. Like I said, 1 cent, and then you might want to do a couple in between that and 10 cents and then sell off, you know, 50% of your Shiba Inu at 10 cents, wait for the drop, right? And then buy back in, and then it shoots back up to 20 cents. Right? But if you're inexperienced, you know, a lot of this you don't want to worry about so much. If you keep following this channel and some of the other channels, we're pretty much going to be talking about selling at these different pricing points as it's going up. So I'm not trying to make this too complicated. So since a lot of people ask about the limit orders, the sell limit orders, you need to sit down, figure out how much you have and what you're actually going to do with it and how much you're going to hold back, if any. And like I shared before, folks, I might sell off 90% of everything. I might decide to sell off 100% by the time that we get to a point, because I'll just be able to go back in and set up all my buy limit orders, right? And then I'll have a whole bunch of money on my platform. So when it does become available for me to log back in and start buying even more, right? And there's a lot of prophetic cryptos, so it's going to take a little bit of work. And that's the thing, there's going to be opportunities, because during crypto winter, we're going to be able to go back in at some point, right? I'm sure during the initial crash, people won't be able to log in, people won't be able to sell. Once people start to being able to log in, a lot of those people are going to start selling. So there's still going to be opportunity during crypto winter. We're not going to be completely locked out of our accounts, you know, for weeks on end. So initially, during the first major drop, we won't be able to log in according to the prophetic. People won't be able to buy or sell, but at some point you will. And when people start getting in, they're going to start selling. All right, and then just a little bit about the buy limit orders for Bitcoin. Okay, you can see my Bittrex, the Bittrex here. The link's down below in the description, and this is a prophetic platform, so you can see. These are all my orders for USDT for Bitcoin. So when I go look at the charts, and when I look at so BTC USD is 1.3 million, BTC USDT is 1.3 million. So it's about the same, all right, as far as volume wise. So you can see here, I have it from in USD and USDT, right? So I have 1 cent, 1 cent, 2 cents, 2 cents, and then all the way down to, so I have buy limit orders all the way up to $1.58. So now I am working on getting that from $1.58 all the way up to 20 or 30 bucks. And depending on, you know, what's going on before crypto winter, and I have all this influx of cash from selling off at all these different prophetic pricing points and right before crypto winter, I'll probably be able to put in Bitcoin and all the other different buy limit orders. Well, for Bitcoin specifically, I'll be able to put in buy limit orders all the way up to $20, $30, or even $100, right? And that's just to ensure, and we'll have plenty of cash. And I'm going to do the same thing, maybe just on the lower end of things, but for like Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Cash, a lot of that will be set up for crypto winter, because Prophet Robin talked about crypto winter hitting after some time. Dogecoin is at 90 cents. All right, and we have the BTC. So when I start to see this BTC, now it might very well be BTC can go past 111,000 and then come back down, right? It's going to depend where some of these other cryptocurrencies are at. Have to really be watching during that time period. I'll be able to take a lot of the profits I do have and get it over to Bittrex. The way that I look at things, if I do make millions of dollars off of Shiba Inu's rise, I'll be able to put $10,000 or $20,000 into buy limit orders just for Bitcoin, and then have a whole lot of extra money to put in buy limit orders for all these other cryptocurrencies. And I believe we're going to have about a 1 to 2 week window. So everybody, I know I'll be scrambling during that time period. Like, hey, Dogecoin just hit 90 cents, right? We should see it hover there for about 1 to 2 weeks before we see it come down. And that we need to, which will be whatever your plan is, right? Because this is my plan. And my plan is to sell off mostly everything that I have right before crypto winter. I can start transferring money to the bank. I can start setting up these buy limit orders for all these other cryptocurrencies. That's what my plan is. Right? And then just to show you really quick, since this Coinbase, it was prophesied recently that Coinbase would experience a flash crash. So I have somewhat Bitcoin buy limit orders. Now, if any of these catch, more than likely, I will probably ship them. I probably will take these off and either put them on another platform or put them on a hard ledger. So it says here I only have 5 cents left here. I still got to do my learn and earn on here on the regular Coinbase. So I'll do that today, and then I'll move it over so that I can put some buy limit orders for Bitcoin. So right here, I just set up 3 BTC for 1 cent. Right, so now that order is in. So as I do my learn and earn, I'll do that. For some of you who are doing your learn and earn, you're just trying to get your Shiba Inu right now and either transfer it out or whatever that you are doing with that. Like I said before, we're just waiting for this massive pullback to happen before we start to see cryptocurrency go up, right? And the stock market. That is all that I have for today, folks. So hopefully you guys understood exactly what I was saying. And I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.